Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. And thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our panelists at any time. Your camera and microphone are both off, so the panelists cannot see nor hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Illinois. And with that being said, I'll go ahead and turn it over to our first presenter. So if the representative from the College for Creative Studies could join me, please.
All right. Thanks for having me. Okay. So my name is Eric Castor, and I am the Assistant Director of Admissions and work with predominantly transfer students. And this evening, I'm going to share with you some information about CCS and who we are. So just to begin, CCS was founded in 1906 as the Society of Arts and Crafts. We've been teaching art and design now for over 100 years. Some of the things that set us apart is our small size, our setting in Midtown Detroit, outstanding facilities, and the breadth of our majors. Our sponsored projects as well, which are essentially on-campus internships, as well as our connections to creative industries, organizations, and entrepreneurs. So CCS is a private, not-for-profit, fully accredited college. We offer a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in 11 undergraduate programs and a teacher certification in art education. We're nationally accredited with the National Association of Schools of Art and Design and the Higher Learning Commission, but we're also a member school of AACAC, meaning that we are not only meeting curricular standards, but we have a moral obligation to help students find fit in a program that is right for them based on their career goals. And the AACAD means Association of Independent Colleges of Art and Design. In addition to our BFA degrees, we have 20 minors and a concentration in entrepreneurial studies and offer a Master of Fine Arts in 4 areas of study. Our enrollment is approximately 1,400 students from 34 states and 27 countries. We have a diverse student body, in fact, with a student-faculty ratio of 11:1, with class sizes never exceeding approximately 21. We don't do large lecture classrooms here, and this is a big difference between us and many larger university programs. In addition to attracting a diverse student body, we strive to make our campus an equitable and welcoming and inclusive environment for everyone. So this slide is from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. It shows in the U.S. alone, there are nearly 700,000 art-centric businesses that employ millions of people. Artists and designers make up more than 2 million of those workers. CCS was named one of the top 3 design schools in the United States by LinkedIn. This is significant because it is based on data LinkedIn has access to about alumni, where they graduated from, their current positions. We are also named one of the best value schools by both PayScale and Money Magazine, and won a Women's Choice Award for America's Best Colleges. We are also recognized as one of America's best architecture and design schools by Design Intelligence. So our alumni have careers at companies and galleries and museums and studios, all where they want to work. Our alumni network is very strong, and our excellent internship and recruitment events are a testament to that. The internship program allows qualified students to earn academic credit while gaining firsthand experience in their chosen fields. Not only do these students work alongside industry professionals in a real-world setting, but they also earn academic credit. They make money, so they're paid internships, and gain confidence in their ability to begin building professional careers. So these are just a sample of some of the employers that have participated in our internship program. So just to talk quickly about our campus, we have actually two sites, the Walter Ford campus and the Taubman Center, which are about a mile apart and accessible 24/7 via our campus shuttles. So our internationally acclaimed faculty and state-of-the-art facilities provide students with the knowledge, the skills, and technology, as well as hands-on experience that they need to explore, make, and grow and succeed. So students will have access to equipment like color-corrected lighting studios, green screen studios, VR labs, laser cutters, 3D printers, and Satique studios, our foundry, printmaking, fibers and textile studios, metalsmithing, jewelry, and much, much more. Our housing, the Taubman Center offers high ceiling, loft style furnished rooms with private baths. Each room is approximately 500 square feet and accommodates 3 to 4 people. Located in the Walter and Josephine Ford campus is the Art Center building, which offers suite style accommodations for 2, 4, and 6 people, and includes a living room, dining room, and a full kitchen. There are 2 different dining facilities that our students enjoy. We also provide extensive vending services with customizable meal options provided 24 hours a day at both campus sites. And just to wrap things up real quickly, our alumni, and this is just an example of one, but we have a multitude of successful alumni who are working out in the industry. This is Tim Flattery. There are 6 Batmobiles in the history of film, and Tim had designed one of them. Tim is a concept artist. He is also a graduate of CCS, and he is the department chair for our entertainment arts program. And I see I
just want to thank so much our representative from the College for Creative Studies. We will have to move on into Ohio Wesleyan University. So if our rep could join us, please.
Great, thank you very much. And I'm excited to talk with you this evening. I am from Ohio Wesleyan University, and I'm actually based in one of our remote offices. We have students coming from 44 states and 28 countries. And so we have a great admissions team in Ohio, but we also have members all across the country. So a few things that you should know about Ohio Wesleyan. Number one, you'll oftentimes hear us referred to as OWU. It's a lot easier than saying Ohio Wesleyan University 5 times fast. It's also even easier than saying OWU. And to my knowledge, we are the only OWU out there. So we have, you see that first stat, like I said, we've actually expanded the number of states. It's now 44 states. And we're down to 28 countries, but I anticipate that that will go right back up. As you might guess, it was more difficult for some of our international students to travel. One of the things that really sets us apart amongst other small liberal arts universities is just that you're going to be spoiled for choice. We have over 75 majors, which is more than twice as many of our peer institutions. We also have another 60 minors. Some of the top programs, we get this question a lot. Again, we have many different types of programs, everything from STEM to the fine arts and everything in between. But the ones that just in terms of the number of students enrolled in those programs, zoology, which is pretty unique for a liberal arts institution. We happen to be right down the street from one of the best zoos in the country, the Columbus Zoo. Business, we're home to many Fortune 500 companies right there in Greater Columbus. Psychology, which is a very versatile liberal arts degree. Health and human kinetics, if you're thinking about athletic training, occupational therapy, OT, PT, you're thinking about going to med school, you want to work in health sciences, there's many pathways you can go there. And politics and government. Columbus is not only the largest city in Ohio, but it is also the state capital. And we are in north suburban Columbus. So we are in a town called Delaware, Ohio, about a 20-25 minute drive from the city, and access to all the things that you may expect from the major metro area, but also, room to get out, green space. You can see a picture of the west side of our campus there. This is where you'll find a lot of the academic side of the campus. Campus itself is kind of shaped like a bow tie, if you will. You've got the academic side on one end, you have your residential side and student life side on the other end, and then you have the J-Walk, which is essentially our quad that connects the two right down the middle. So another thing that's really stands out about our students is that they do oftentimes have multiple majors, right? So a third of our students are doubling up and still graduating on time. Some of these make a lot of sense at first blush, pre-law, psychology, absolutely. But then we also have students who are studying both economics and theater, maybe because they are interested in theater, but they want to run the business side of the house, or maybe because they are planning on being on stage or being on screen, but they know they're going to be dealing with contracts and agents and things like that. And so they want to be able to have that business savvy. Our signature experience, the OWOO connection, think big, go global, get real. That sums it up really well. What it is a one-stop shop for all the things that you expect in your non-classroom, your outside the classroom experiences. So everything from extracurriculars to research, to study abroad, to domestic study, to just extracurricular activities, travel learning courses. And instead of having those bifurcated all across campus, that's really infused into your four-year academic experience. So there's no reason that you won't be able to take advantage of that. Whether you're in a million clubs, you'll still have time. You're a double major, you'll still have time. You're a student athlete, you will still have time. And even during the pandemic, we had students going all across the globe, somewhat minimized, of course, and with some of the unique elements. But we had a student domestically, even in our Wesleyan and Washington program through our poli-sci program. So again, lots of components to the academic life, and a thriving academic or non-academic, the social scene of campus. We're expected to really go back to a really robust full campus experience in the fall, but we're really proud of the fact that our students have been on campus this entire academic year. So we did have the shutdown along with the rest of the world back a year ago. But at the start of this academic year, our students came back to campus. They did everything they needed to do to make sure that we had both a safe and healthy campus, as well as a welcoming community at the same time, that's a difficult thing to pull off. And I'm really proud that our students were able to do that. Top right, you see Mary Kate McNally with the marching band. The lower left picture is our rowing coach, Coach Doolittle, prepping with her team. You also see a picture of softball here. On the top left, a really robust theater program. Maybe you're interested in being a major and maybe not, but we will have roles available for you. And so again, there are lots of opportunities, over 100 clubs, different activities and student organizations. And I hope that you will take a visit to campus. This is my contact information. I can get this to you at any time, but this is how you can reach me. I am Rob Walton, and that's my email. That is my direct line that comes to my office here in Illinois, and you can even text us. So thanks for your time tonight, and go Bishops.
Thank you so much for that, Rob. And again, folks, that was Ohio Wesleyan University. Next up, we are going to have McKendree University.
Hey, y'all. My name is Alexander McWhirter, and I'm an Assistant Director of Admission at McKendree University. I am very excited to talk with y'all a little bit today about McKendree. McKendree University is a mid-sized private university in Lebanon, Illinois. Founded in 1828, it is the first institution of higher education in the state. We are the longest continually affiliated school with the United Methodist Church, and we welcome everyone from all backgrounds to campus. Here, students come from 40 states and 40 countries. with the majority of the students coming from Illinois, but about 10% of our student body comes from abroad. These students travel all the way from Brazil, Italy, Thailand, Vietnam, and New Zealand, which we really love and we find that neat. We are located in the charming town of Lebanon, home to about 4,400 people. It is a safe community with great food, a rich history, a lot of fun local businesses, and great community support. At McKendree, we have over 50 academic programs, including biopsychology, cybersecurity, sport management, and several K through 12 teaching licensures. You can scan the QR code to see a full list of our programs because there are way too many for me to tell you about. And also, we are a liberal arts university, so you will take classes from all fields. And it's nice because you're really learning how to think and not what to think. With an average class size of about 14 and a student to faculty ratio of 14:1, you are getting that hands-on support and mentorship from your professors. And it is great because they're helping lead you along the way and helping you develop into the young, successful adult that you will become. About 50% of our student body completes an internship in any given year. And we love that because it does help provide the opportunity for students to have a 98% postgraduate success rate. So within 6 months of graduation, most of our alumni are in graduate school or they are working in the field of their choice. We boast one of the highest postgraduate success rates in the Midwest. Beyond academics, students are very involved on campus with over 80 registered student organizations, everything from honor societies to volunteer groups to special interest groups. There's always something to do for our students, and it is constantly building. We're also home to the Hettenhauser Center for the Arts, which is where we bring in speakers and performers from around the country. And also it's home to where all of our student programs perform. We're also 30 minutes from downtown St. Louis. So you have a great backyard to run around in for some great food. If you love sports, a lot of opportunities there, but also a lot of professional opportunities as well for you. And it does provide us with opportunities to partner with quite a few other universities in the area for some programs, such as our 3+3 pre-law program with St. Louis University and our 3+2 occupational therapy program with Washington University. We're also proud participants in the NCAA Division II Great Lakes Valley Conference. You can go to mckbearcats.com to really find that whole list of all of our athletic programs with over 30 sports in all. Here's just an overview for you of the application process. You can easily start by submitting a free application or adding us to the Common App. And then all we need is your high school transcript. We want to provide greater access to our students. So we have made the SAT and ACT completely optional for our students. And we do base academic scholarships on GPA alone. Once we have all of that information, we will provide a holistic review of your application. And once you're admitted, we will, as admission counselors, work closely with you to ensure that that transition process to McKendree is seamless. And it's one of my favorite things to be able to work with you as a student and a family throughout the process so you are comfortable and you're really ready for that Bearcat experience. Here's an overview of academic scholarships. Once a student has a 2.75 GPA or higher, you will be eligible for academic scholarships. We also provide additional aid in the form of grants, need-based scholarships, etc. So it is nice once we have that FAFSA information from you, so we can really get together that whole financial aid package and really follow up with you and work with you as a student and your family to answer any questions that you may have. make sure that you want to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook for just some regular updates of what's happening on campus. And also, we have been very fortunate to have on-campus visits throughout this year. So if you are looking to experience McKendree, please don't hesitate to reach out to us in the Office of Admission or go to mckendree.edu in order to see everything we have to offer. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much to our representative from McKendree University. Now, if I could have the representative from the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Awesome. And you can take the floor.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. My name is Nicole. I am a regional admission advisor for the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. We are located in the southwest corner there of the state, only about 30 minutes north of Galena, Illinois. We do have two other locations that are part of our Platteville family now. We have two branch locations that are within about 45 minutes of Madison, Wisconsin. So they're a little farther north, about an hour north of Platteville. And students can earn one of 4 different associate degrees at the branch campuses. So we have been around quite a while. We started out in 1866 as a mining school. So if you've ever been to northwestern Illinois or southwestern Wisconsin, you'll kind of see a change in the scenery, a lot of rocky cliffs and things like that. It was an ideal place for mining at one point. We quickly transitioned to become known as an engineering school, but we do have a lot of other great majors. You can kind of see an overview of our campus there. Our main campus is about 400 acres. The other acreage is made up at our farm, which is only about 6 miles from our main campus. We are just under 8,000 students right now, so considered a small to medium sized school as far as enrollment goes. We have small class sizes, usually between 20 and 25 students per class, and all of our classes are taught by faculty. We don't use teaching assistants at Platteville. So at the heart, we really are a liberal arts school, which means lots of great majors and minors to choose from. But we do have some programs that are considered our signature programs or programs that we're better known for. I mentioned our farm. Agriculture is definitely one of our top programs. It includes our dairy science, crop and soil, agribusiness, and animal science, which includes our pre-vet program. It is a producing farm that is about 98% student run. So the students are doing everything from operating machinery to feeding and caring for the dairy cows, cattle, and swine that are on campus. Biology is another big one, lots of different areas of emphasis within that, including physiology, genetics, botany. So lots of great options within the biology field. Last year, we did move to a BBA model for our business program. So now students can choose one of 6 different Bachelor of Business Administration degrees. Internships are required within business as well. So it's very great experience, great real world experience. Criminal justice also includes our forensics program. We are one of only 2 schools in the Midwest that offer a Bachelor of Science in Forensic Investigation. We are kind of well known for our Forensic Investigation Crime Scene House, which is located next to our farm. So students are able to do quite a few things inside the house. They're practicing entries and clearing rooms, much like they do in the police academies. They are setting up mock crime scenes. They're doing fingerprinting and crime scene photography. Sometimes an animal will die on the farm. They'll bury it outside of the crime scene house, study the decomposition of the body, set up mock crime scenes outside as well. Education, we were the first public teacher education program in the state of Wisconsin. That continues to be a big area of study for our students. And we do have a rural emphasis. So for students who are looking to teach in a rural area, we can definitely give you a great foundation for that. We offer 7 different areas of engineering here at Platteville. It's definitely our largest program on campus. We are tied in our national ranking the last couple of years with Purdue University, so you may have heard of that one. The caliber of our undergraduate engineering program is very high. Industrial technology includes our manufacturing technology program as well as our construction management. So some of our newer programs listed there, we're really excited about changes happening on campus. We are renovating our science building right now, which is really exciting. We'll have a brand new cadaver lab, new animal house that will be ready for move-in this fall. And then by fall of 2022, we're going to have a brand new engineering hall, 20,000 square foot maker space, exposed infrastructure. So the building itself will be used as a teaching tool, some really great facilities to use. We are really proud of the fact that our students are able to get that real world hands-on experience here at Platteville, no matter what they're studying. A high percentage of our students who are participating in internships, experiential learning projects, or co-ops. So we have 13 different residence halls on site, more than 200 clubs and orgs to participate in, some great food on campus as well. We are Division III for athletics with 7 different varsity sports for guys, 7 different varsity sports for girls. And the last thing I'm going to mention is the affordability. For my friends in Illinois, I love talking about this part. You guys are part of our Tri-State Initiative, which is that 4th column over, just around $20,000 a year for tuition, room, and board. So that's everything. And I want to thank you for letting me join you tonight.
Thank you so much. And again, that is our representative from the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Next up, we're going to have our representative from Miami University.
All righty. Good evening, everyone. My name is Hannah Stone. I am one of the senior assistant directors of regional enrollment for Miami University. I'm filling in tonight for my colleague, Heather Chase, who had a previous engagement this evening. So we'll be sharing a little bit about Miami University with you tonight. We are located in the town of Oxford, Ohio, which is about an hour southwest of the city of Cincinnati. So if you are looking for a college town experience, Miami as well as Oxford can definitely check a lot of those boxes. We call ourselves a big university with the heart of a small school. We are on the larger end of what is considered to be a mid-size institution with just under 17,000 undergraduate students. This being said, we do pride ourselves in being able to take that larger student body and really whittle our class sizes down to 30 students on average in each of our classes, as well as having all of our classes taught by professors on campus. So this really does allow our students to get to know our faculty on a very deep level and our faculty to offer some really amazing experiences for our students. We have a very close-knit student body, not only academically with over 120 different majors, but also just over 600 different student organizations on campus. So really something for everyone to get involved with. We do call ourselves a public Ivy. This was a mock year designed or noted in the 1980s that basically evaluated public institutions across the US with the quality of the education experience that they were offering. So Miami, along with several other notable public institutions in the US, was named a public Ivy institution, so something we are very proud of. We are also recognized for our dedication to undergraduate teaching. So like I mentioned previously, our classes are taught by professors and not graduate assistants or teaching assistants on campus. So it really does allow our students to get to know who their faculty are, and our faculty in turn get to know who their students are individually. Just some quick facts about our accepted student profile and averages. We were test optional for this past fall 2021 starting class. We have not made an official announcement on next year's cohort for their application cycle, but please keep an eye on our website. We will announce that information as soon as we are able. But to give you an idea of what a competitive applicant would need to have in order to be considered for admission to Miami, we do list our middle 50% GPAs as well as our average test scores. If you do have the opportunity to take those tests, that is typically what we would consider competitive on our end. A majority of our students are also coming from outside the state of Ohio, so we do draw students on a very national basis to campus. This also helps our campus community because students are very much sticking around Oxford and staying on campus during weekends. So again, just enhance that overall student experience. We do consider all of our applicants for merit-based scholarships with your application to Miami. For our fall 2021 cohort, this was the scholarship criteria. I do want to mention that December 1st is our priority early action as well as scholarship application deadline. So if you would like to be considered for any of our merit awards, I do recommend being prepared to submit your application early. Additionally, these merit awards are subject to change on a year-to-year basis. So these were the amounts for our group for fall of 2021. This information may look a little bit different next year. Our merit scholarships also feed into our tuition promise, which essentially guarantees a fixed rate of tuition for all 4 years of a student's Miami experience. So this allows students and families to plan for all 4 years of their college experience and really allows students to focus on their academics and completing their degree at Miami when they start. And outcomes. So at Miami, we are preparing you to be a leader in an increasingly globally diverse world. So we send a number of our students on to various graduate and professional level programs with very competitive acceptance rates. We also are sending our students to other notable employers across the country as well as the world. And that is all I have on an official capacity tonight. So here's my contact information if you would like to get in touch. Again, I do work with our students primarily from the Southeast region, but I can definitely direct you to Heather Chase, who is the main point of contact for the state of Illinois.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hannah, for talking to us a little bit about Miami University. And I'm going to go ahead and present our last school. So if our representative from Aurora University can join us, please. Awesome. And I will turn it over to you, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us tonight. We're so excited to talk to you about Aurora University. So I am Emily Scupian. I'm one of the freshman admission counselors here at AU. And then I also have Stacy Vula-Galanis with me, who is our Associate Director of Freshman Enrollment. So first I wanted to tell you a little bit about us. So we are a small private institution located in Aurora, Illinois. We have about 6,200 total students, which is about 4,000 of our undergrads, our freshmen through seniors. We have 3 different campuses, including our Aurora main campus. We also have our GWC campus in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, our Woodstock, and our Orchard Center. Our campus has a great diversity. We have about 39 states represented and students from different backgrounds. And then we have average class size of about 25 students. And we have over 50 majors and minors for students to choose from, as well as 22 NCAA Division III athletic teams. Things that make AU unique include our outstanding programs of study. We have a wonderful athletic training program, our Dunham School of Business and Public Policy, our criminal justice major, and then our education majors, as well as nursing and social work, and then one of our popular majors, undecided. We also have an option for students to double major, so you can complete 2 majors and still be on the 4-year track to graduate, which is a really wonderful and unique thing about AU. We also have +1 programs, meaning that you can study in your bachelor's degree, and then as long as you maintain the requirements, you can apply to complete your master's degree in 1 year. So obtaining those 2 degrees in 5 years, which is wonderful. And then our retention rate is above the national average at 78%. AU also has wonderful support services for our students. These are great ways to help students just transition through their college career. First, we have our first year experience, which helps our incoming freshmen transfer from being a senior in high school and then coming into college to make sure that you feel comfortable with all of the resources we offer and how to be successful in your classes. We also offer junior mentoring so that our juniors can meet with a faculty member and walk through their program, make sure that they have the internship that they need or capstone for their program, and then help them with those final steps before they graduate. We also have different academic services, including our Disability Resource Office and tutoring, which is free for our students to use just to keep up in your classes and make sure that you're being as successful as possible. And then we have our Center for Student Success, which houses not only our advisors who help you pick your classes each semester, but also our career services. This is where our students are able to get help with building their resume, practicing for job interviews, and making sure that we can take you all the way through your college career and into your career path. Now I'm going to pass it over to Stacy.
Awesome. Thanks, Emily. So let's talk about getting into Aurora University. We have 2 different admission paths for students. We have our traditional option, which is based off of students' standardized test score and high school transcript. And then we have our test optional option, where you submit solely your transcript and we look at your GPA and place your acceptance on your academic merit, the classes that you've taken, how you've grown in high school, things like that. Either option, our application is free. It takes about 10 minutes to complete, and we are on a rolling admission basis, which means that students can apply and be accepted anytime before school starts. Here are the scholarships that we offer students. The best part about Aurora University is that every single student accepted receives a merit scholarship, and it's renewable for your 4 years of AU. So you'll get it every single year for your entire 4 years. Scholarships go from $3,000 to $15,000, and again, they're based off of your academics. And we also have some other scholarships for students that are available. The Alumni Legacy Grant, which is a scholarship given to students who've had parents or grandparents attend AU. Out-of-state grant, a music and theater scholarship. Those range from $500 to $5,000. And our Dedham Scholars Program, which gives scholarships to students after going through an interview process as well as some sort of group case study process. It's given to students who are exceptional in the terms of academics, a 3.5 or higher, and want to study a business-related program. That scholarship is $10,000. So in terms of the Aurora University value, our tuition and fees are $26,760. No one ever pays that because of the scholarships that you receive. And then room and board is $11,690. And we don't require our students to live on campus their first year or any year. You don't have to if you don't want to. Total, if you are living on campus, is $37,650, and then commuter price is $26,760. But again, no one ever pays that because of those scholarships. In terms of the AU value, we're so committed to making sure that a bachelor's degree for you is affordable, and we want to help minimize the amount of loans that you're going to borrow. The average debt of AU students that borrow money is 17% below the national average of other four-year private schools, and more than 27% of students graduate from AU with no student loan debt, which is a really refreshing thing to hear. We just want to say thank you all so much for listening to our presentation, but also joining us and our colleagues to talk to you about college. We know that this is a very unique experience to be going through, especially in the middle of a pandemic, and we really appreciate you taking time out of your night to speak to us. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much to Aurora University. Now, since we have gone through all the panelists, I'm going to set up for a quick Q&A so that our panelists can share a couple of ideas that they have and suggestions for y'all. So if I could have our colleague from the College for Creative Studies answer the question, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Three things. I mean, apply early so that you can take advantage of any early scholarship deadlines. You want to visit the campus. You want to get a sense of place and make sure that it's a good fit for you. And you want to also look at the school's graduate success. Look to see where they're working and see how the school is connected with industry, the industry in which you want to work.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that advice. Our representative from Ohio Wesleyan University, any other tips?
I think, keep an open mind as you're going into this. You just heard from a group of really great institutions, all probably had some similarities and all some obvious differences too. So keep an open mind going into it. And as you're contemplating, your decision and you're narrowing things down, be true to yourself. Don't worry about where your friends are going. Don't worry about rankings of a particular thing. If it's number one on a ranking list, but it's not a good fit for you, it's not a good fit. So just there's going to be a lot of great options out there for you. Give yourself the benefit of a full search.
Awesome. Thank you for that. That is a really good point about fit. McKendree University, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, to kind of build off that, some advice. It's okay to not know what you want to study. A lot of times students change their major multiple times because in college, you get the chance to learn and take classes you never would have thought possible. So when you find out where you see yourself and that fit, it's okay to go there and not know what you want to do, because none of us here knew what we wanted to do and knew that we wanted to be college admission counselors. But studying is a different thing, and that's just something you should consider.
Yeah, thank you for that. The University of Wisconsin-Platteville, anything else to add or another different type of advice?
Yeah, I would definitely say the campus tour is really important, even if it can only be virtual right now. But I think that's really important for figuring out the fit. The other thing I would add is to try to talk to some current students. They are really great resources for prospective students. I think it's a great way to get a feel for the campus life and campus programs too.
Yeah, really important to explore in all senses of it. Miami University, any other advice that you'd like to add to that?
We've had some really good advice so far, but I'm going to add a little bit more for our students. This is very much your process, and I'm sure we have some very helpful parents who love to assist, but at the end of the day, this is kind of your next steps in determining what you want in your future. So would really encourage you to take ownership in the process, and definitely that comes to setting up tours, asking questions of your admission reps. We want to hear from you directly. We have no problem talking to your parents, but at the end of the day, we really want to help you find a place that you will be happy at. So we would love to hear from you directly.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. And last but not least, Aurora University, any last advice?
I don't have much to add. I think all of my colleagues really kind of hit the nail on the head. The campus visits are key because you really will get to know the feel of a college and see if it is a good fit for you, whether that's size-wise or amenities or just the things that you're looking for in that college experience. And then again, I would also echo what Hannah said about working with your admission counselor. You're not bothering us. We're so happy to answer any questions that you have. I remember going through this process too and not knowing what I needed to do. So even if it's just asking me, what are my next steps? We can always help you. So we're happy to help, and we're here for that.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for that. All right, folks, so we have time for one more question, and we will speed through it a little bit quicker so that we have enough time to squeeze it in. But if I can get, again, the rep from college for creative studies, just tell us, what is their favorite event or tradition that happens on campus?
So because we are an art design college, we have an annual student exhibition, and we have a building called the Argonaut building, which pretty much describes the size and scale. It's massive. It's 12 stories. And we have 11 majors, and we have work on each and every one of the floors on that building. And it is just an amazing collection of student work and a real sense of community that comes together in that evening to share the work.
That's awesome. I'm sure that's a lot of creativity in one room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So Ohio Wesleyan University, any other favorite traditions or events that happen on campus?
Yeah, it's a fun one. It's called Day on the J. So the J Walk, I mentioned that's our main thoroughfare through the center of campus. And twice a year, we shut it down for basically a campus-wide festival. Imagine like a carnival with lots of rides and games and events. And we get some pretty high-profile musical groups to come through for a concert at the end of the night. And we were able to still continue that tradition even this year, since it's outside and the weather was still warm and our students were masked up, and we had to do some social distancing on some of the rides, but still made it work. So a great tradition, the Day on the J.
That's so cool. And the tradition was able to go on despite all that's going around us. McKendree University, is there any traditions that you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, one of ours, it's the Academic Excellence Celebration. So it happens every spring, and it is a day where classes are canceled, and it provides students with a chance to have done research throughout the year to really present it to the student body. And also all the students in the art programs are able to present everything that they've done, from students in dance to sculptures to computer graphic design, things like that. It's a lot of fun.
Super cool. And the University of Wisconsin-Platteville?
I would say the lighting of our M. We're known to have the world's largest M, only a couple miles from our campus. It was created as a tribute to our mining history in Platteville. And so every year at homecoming, we have a group of people who run with torches, kind of like at the Olympics, and they light up the M and they do fireworks from the top. It's a really great tradition.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun as well. And the Miami University, sorry, I said that backwards.
All good, happens a lot, no worries. My favorite campus tradition is what we call MegaFest. It takes place the weekend before classes start, typically every year on campus. And it is a way for students to really see the many different student organizations that we have available to join. So you come to our main quad, get free food, get free t-shirts, as well as other Miami swag, and sign up for clubs and organizations that you think you might want to get involved with. It's a huge community event, so our local Oxford community also turns out in support as well. So it's really fun. It was all virtual this year, obviously, because some of our students were all virtual last semester, and just to keep with social distancing. So we're hoping that it will be back in force next year.
Yeah, what a neat way to get engaged and also involved in the community. And last but not least, our representative from Aurora University, any fun traditions or events that happen on campus?
Yeah, I would say that my favorite is homecoming, because I love inviting the alumni back to campus and having them connect with our current students. It's really nice to bring the past and present together and to hear their stories and to see what AU was like, in their time, and then for them to see what it looks like right now in our time is really, really neat. It's just a different sort of familial kind of feeling during that time. So
yeah, little blast from the past, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, y'all. Well, again, that wraps up the event. And I do want to say, first of all, thank you to the panelists for the time that they've taken to just inform our audience about what the college application process is and what the different schools have to offer. And also thank you to the audience for being here and joining us for this event. A couple of housekeeping information that I want to let you guys know. Whenever you close this window, there's going to be a very quick 4-question link to a survey. If you can give us any feedback, we would highly appreciate it. This is the last event for this particular fair. So thank you so much for joining us. And if you want to view this session at any time, it's going to be available on strivescan.com/Illinois in about a week. So stay tuned to that. And again, thank you everyone for being here and have a great evening.